What do Singaporeans think of foreigners living and working here?
They are taking away all our jobs and basically, MRTs are all very crowded. Yeah, so I think it's too many foreigners right now. They should really cut down and give chance to we Singaporeans.
Beginning, yes, I do feel upset, but I think overall, for the future of the Singapore, yes, it's good because the aging population and also we need to be more competitive.
People can find it difficult, but I guess in a way they have to accept it. People can resist it and they are very unhappy, but after a certain while they just have to deal with it, I guess. It's very sad, I know. I think they just have to think and clearly see what's happening and then what can be done from then on.
There's no easy answer to this question, and to help us find out Singaporeans' sentiments toward foreigners, Razor TV invited 3 studio guests to talk about why Singaporeans feel the way they do about foreigners. We have Jeremy Alyong, Deputy Editor of Current Affairs website Singapolitics; Yi Le, a Chinese national studying at NUS; and George Kang, a British-born PR who has lived in Singapore for 18 years.
I think in the past few years, maybe from 2006 onwards, when the influx of foreigners really began, I think that's when we began to see this anti-foreigner sentiment more. Part of the problem is that a lot of people who are maybe in the minority who are saying the anti-foreigner things, they're not facing any pushback. There's not a lot of people saying, hey, how can you be so xenophobic or something like that? Because there is some discomfort with foreigners because of the overcrowding. I think the strain on infrastructure, the trains are very crowded. People see Orchard Road is packed. They're having trouble getting flats. All this, somehow people have over the past few years started to blame them on foreigners. And so, foreigners make quite an easy target in this case. And so when there's this discomfort and a target has been identified, when the minority starts to voice anti-foreigner sentiment, there are not a lot of people there who are going to push back against them. And so this will embolden more people to say similar things.
I don't think Singaporeans are anti-foreigners, but I do think that Singaporeans think that too many foreigners in Singapore, it is becoming a problem. I've read comments online that saying that we are now like people saying we are Singaporeans, but we are foreigners in our own country. I think some people are exaggerating the impact of foreigners to the, let's say, property price and the overcrowding and the situations we're facing.
Could you elaborate a bit more? Why do you say that they are exaggerating?
People will say if there isn't any foreigners in Singapore, Singapore would be a much better place.
So how does it make you feel, when you read or come across these comments?
Well, some of the comments are rather harsh, I would say, and it saddens me to read those comments. And but it's also heartwarming to see people who are defending for the foreigners and those Singaporeans who argue that that foreigners, they are good people, they are kind people among the foreigners, and they're actually here to contribute rather than taking up our jobs and our places in universities.
I don't think the majority of Singaporeans are anti-foreigners. I think there are valid concerns with regards to the number of people coming in over the past few years. I believe that one of the major concerns is always about jobs, ability to earn a living. I think especially with the recent economic crisis, financial crisis in the marketplace, the ability to provide for your family, right? People who are concerned are more vocal, and others, I believe, from my experience, I don't really feel a lot of negative sentiments, especially in the area I work in the IT industry.
It seems many Singaporeans have positive face-to-face interactions with foreigners, but there are some who are less welcoming. Next up, George and Ela share their experiences of being picked on as foreigners.